Hey guys, Saiyan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. And so today we're going to be looking at the Goku. I did finally put a sticker effect on him. I forgot to do it for the previous videos, but we got the sticker effect on our boy. He does have two dupes. I did show this build off in the video with him and Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks from earlier. So we are taking on the legendary Vegeta event. We are using a Kamehameha team, but we're using a slightly different build. And one thing I'm really interested in seeing with this one is, obviously on this build, I have brought the physical Xeno Goku from the Heroes units, because he is a Goku family support. I didn't bring him on the previous video, because obviously we were running him on rotation with the Heroes Gotenks, who of course is not a Goku family unit. And I don't like to bring support units on my builds for teams if they're not going to be supporting both of the units on the rotation. Like for like a showcase setting, that obviously seems slightly disingenuous, right? Because we're just trying to boost up his numbers. When it comes to doing these runs versus like the LVE or like Super Battle Road, those kind of things, I do like to try and bring a realistic team that can, you know, quite easily beat the event, rather than bringing some weird sort of combos. Like bringing a support unit who only supports one unit on the team, just to try and make that unit look good in the video, seems kind of pointless for what this kind of video is supposed to be, right? Just showing him off on a team that can beat this event. And obviously Goku, very, very powerful. I bought the transforming Goku. There's a couple of people said they wanted to see those two together. Depending on what turn it is and what like transformation the Goku is up to, then obviously they can link quite well. So if we float him off here, I know it messes up our rotation for Gohan a little bit, and especially on this turn with type disadvantage, we might actually take a bit of damage this turn. But the floating him off here, yeah, of course we get supered in slot 1 before super attacking. So, but this means that when this Goku floats into the turn with the physical Goku, it will be on the turn where he transforms into Super Saiyan 3. So then obviously they will be able to link up quite nicely if we choose to transform the physical Goku that early. So I talked about this a bit in the Boo run on this event that I should be putting out before this one. The fact that with Goku, sometimes you kind of want to wait to transform him into the Super Saiyan 3, because you only get the attack buff and the 70% chance to crit that he gets for 6 turns after you transform into Super Saiyan 3. So in a longer event like this, where, you know, we're going to be able to transform him on the next turn if we want to. But I do definitely want to see a turn of him here with support as the Super Saiyan 2. Because at the start of the turn, he's looking at 168k defense. He's got every single link active on this turn. So as you can see, I've been link leveling him. Got a bit of a weird spread. I've got a link at 9, but 2 of them still at 5. So, you know, link leveling do be like that sometimes. But let's go ahead and do this. I want to see what Goku is going to do here, because obviously remember, with each super attack he is going to be raising his defense. So after the first super attack he's going to be over 200k defense, and then even at 55% he does have the possibility to super 3 times in one turn in Super Saiyan 2 form. Mine does have a bit of extra additional now thanks to the 2 dupes, so hopefully we can get the triple super turn. But of course 4.1 million, that is pretty good considering this is still just him as a Super Saiyan 2. Still has a 50% chance to crit, which we get, and then the additional normal attack gets the crit as well and finishes him off. So pretty good. We've got the Int Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku who's going to transform into Super Saiyan 3 now as well. So we can float him off and he can be a good link partner for the Dokkan Fest Goku as well. I need to get a unit. I'm probably going to move... I guess once we want to transform into Super Saiyan 3, I guess we'll move the Namek Goku over to this turn in order to link up with the Gohans, because we don't want these... we don't want the 2 Gohans on the same rotation. That's the only kind of thing... I don't even normally do that for showcases. Like, if I'm just doing an initial showcase of a unit, where I've brought a bunch of support units and everything I can on the team just to make that one unit look really good, even then, I don't do the thing where I just have, like, the leaders together on the opposite rotation getting no links, or at least one of them. I do think that's a bit of a weird setup. I don't think many people do that, but it's kind of like a weird idea for me. I always try, even if I'm trying to show off one specific rotation, I always bring like someone who can work with the leader just to sit on the other rotation. So probably should get Namek Goku floated off. Namek Goku is a really good link partner for this new Goku while he is still a Super Saiyan 2. And then obviously once he goes up to Super Saiyan 3, he gets over in a flash instead of prepared for battle. He gains limit breaking form. I can't remember what link he drops for that. But obviously his link set does change quite significantly. So, do we want to go ahead and transform this early? We're at Super Vegeta now, or Super Saiyan 2 Vegeta. So we have God Vegeta next. We've only got 3 phases of Vegeta next, left I should say. But I don't think we get 3 turns. So I think we could do this. So we'll put you in slot 1. Right, let's go ahead and transform Goku here. Okay, I do think that animation is cool, but I feel like it is lacking. I said this in the previous video, but the fact that he only does the scream and there's no like dialogue or anything. So every link except for the Saiyan lineage active. Although I've just realised, of course, there is no way that Super Saiyan 3 Goku in slot 1 doesn't just finish off Vegeta here. He's got like no health. Although I think on the next turn, when this transforming Goku transforms into God, I believe he still has over in a flash. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've used him like that, to be honest. So let's go ahead and obviously I do want the support from this Xeno Goku, but we'll go ahead and float off the Super Saiyan 3 Goku first, because I do want to get those guys together. So in fact, you know what? Let me just use this opportunity to heal up this turn, get a little bit of extra defense. I can get the 3 orbs to get the dodge for this Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then next turn, this is when we should see this Super Saiyan 3 Goku really start to cook, because we're against God Vegeta. We have type advantage if we can get even close to getting the like quadruple super turn. Like basically when Goku transforms, you only get 6 turns of him at his full like ridiculous power, but he can just go off. Like on this next turn, if he gets like 3 or 4 super attacks, I wouldn't be surprised if he just kills Vegeta. So once you've flipped the switch on that transformation, it is time for things to start going a bit crazy. So let's go ahead and what is his defense start of turn? 149k. So compared to Boo, his start of turn defense is nothing too crazy. But let's see, we'll go for, I guess we'll just grab these for you, and then these, and then I guess you can just get these. So no support. Let's see what Goku can do, because remember, each one of his super attacks greatly raises his attack. That's why each one of them jumps up so much, because just like Kid Buu, when he's in the Super Saiyan 2 phase, he just raises attack and defense. But when he's in Super Saiyan 3, he greatly raises attack and raises defense. So each super attack you get, you can see the number jumping up by a pretty significant amount. So 5.1 million for the first super here. No support, doesn't have limit breaking form active. 4.3 million crit. So we get the first additional normal, which he dodges. The second additional normal is a crit, and then sadly we don't get the hidden potential. So that is the downside to this guy. Just like Kid Buu, just like units like in Broly, AGL Trunks, if you get the turn where you just get really unlucky and get really bad RNG, then they obviously don't look anywhere near as like crazy busted as they can do in other situations, because you're just not getting like all of those extra attacks and stuff. So it is a little bit unfortunate when that happens, especially in this kind of setting, right, where we're trying to do a video showing off what Goku can do. But I mean, let's be fair, right? At this point on Global, I feel like a lot of people are probably in the same boat. Like I, for one, cannot wait for the Red Zone to come out just to try out some of these different team builds and stuff, because the Legendary Vegeta event is the hardest like long form event we have on Global at the moment. And aside from like the final phase where there's not a huge amount of units that can tank a super from Blue Evolution Vegeta without like an item active, the event is not really that difficult. Like The main place where it trips you up is like type disadvantage units taking supers in these last couple of phases, and then obviously that is like quite dangerous for them especially. But alright, so do you get extra links from Gohan? You get Saiyan Warrior Race. If you get supered in slot 1, he's definitely going to get like annihilated here. So we can't get 6 orbs for this Goku to get his effective against all types, but we can get the dodge. So let's go ahead and pop the item here. This is exactly what I'm talking about, because like if Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta super attacks Super Saiyan 3 Goku at the start here and he doesn't dodge, then we would just die without an item active. So, because we picked up the 3 orbs, yeah, see, of course, we get the dodge on the super, so we didn't need to use the item. But that's the thing, right? When you get those 3 orbs with this Goku, he has a 33% chance to dodge. That's not really enough for me to, like, rely on, right? Like, if I knew that he was going to super in that first slot, 33% chance to dodge is just not enough for me to go, oh yeah, that's fine, let's just put him there and hope he dodges. So, but it is what it is. So we get the crit, we get the first additional normal, second one, we're going to get the first, wow, Goku's not showing out in this particular run, which is a little bit unfortunate, because the Kid Buu one, which went up earlier, which I, in terms of recorded just before this one, Kid Buu went absolutely crazy, especially towards the end. So we need Goku to deliver us one of those quadruple super turns before we lose the 50% attack buff from his passive, because then he's going to be looking really, really good. So, alright, so on this turn, we just transformed into Super Saiyan Blue with Transforming Goku, which means that he gets a guaranteed crit on this turn. We used the Whis last turn, didn't we? So we still have a Whis in play, so we shouldn't really have to worry about taking any damage here. Only downside, of course, for this team, we're running double leaders that give 130% to HP as well, so we don't have a huge pool of HP. We're under 500k, which is the other thing that can make it a little bit more challenging for this event, because we saw in the Kid Buu video, I think there were like 2 instances where we took close to, if not 500k from a super attack, and we lived because we had 560k HP on the team. Whereas obviously in this run, we can get one shot from full health by a super attack that does like 480k. So having the extra HP in your leader skill is definitely very beneficial. And now that we're moving into this 200% meta, it's going to be really good even for units that you're bringing that aren't getting the full 200%, because the other 2 categories that unit is leading are getting the full 170 across the board. So even if you only have a couple of units that are getting the full leader skill buff, you're still getting a lot of HP in total. So let's go ahead and put Goku in slot 1 and see how we fare here. Although we are very screwed on orbs for this Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So hopefully physical Goku is just going to show us how it's done here. So 20k from normal attacks. It's not the worst. 5.8 million on his first super. So I'd have to imagine at level 10 links, he's probably going to be hitting 6 mil on that first super attack. And then we get, okay, so the second additional normal, it cut out the animation for the first one. I don't know why Dokkan still does that sometimes, but the second additional normal converted into a super, and we got the crit. But of course, he survives with the tiniest sliver of health. And in Super Saiyan 3 Goku, I was going to say he's going to have to finish the job. But he dodged, then we get the additional. That could have actually been really bad, because I assumed Goku would finish the job in slot 1. I only picked up 1 orb for this guy, so he didn't have his dodge chance or the effective against all types. So he very easily could have got completely destroyed there. So let's see, where are our Gohans at? So you're at 430, the other one's at 350, Namek Goku's at 460. So yeah, this opposite rotation of like the Namek Goku and LR Gohan is very, very powerful. So who are we going to have on the next turn? Okay, do I want to use an item here? I think I will just go ahead and use an item here. And then we still have it active for the next turn, because that's the only downside with Goku, is that you can't really put him in slot 1. Like we saw with Kid Buu, once he's fully built up, especially with Big Bad Bosses active, he had like 410k defense at the start of the turn, so you can very comfortably put him in slot 1. Whereas Goku really does need to start getting off his super attacks in order for him to get his defense. So that's the one like major downside I can pick out with him over Kid Buu, is that he's just not really very good as a slot 1 unit. So with the item active, this should be double-digit damage, right? Yeah, 32 damage, okay. Namek Goku up to 5.6. My Namek Goku only has 1 dupe as well. So he is level 10 links, but 1 dupe. Obviously, the goal is to pick up more copies of him and Full Power Frieza when the anniversary banners come to Global. I've got a bunch of red coins saved, so even if I don't pull the copies that I need for them, I probably will buy extra copies just to try and get them both up to 2 dupes. Because, as I was discussing with the Goku before, like, I always like to get 2 dupes for units that I really want or really enjoy using, because then you get all of their star abilities unlocked. So, alright, so, you don't get any extra links from that transforming Goku, so let's go ahead and do this. We have the Whis in play. You can't dodge against this Vegeta. So, what is Super Saiyan 3 Goku's defense? 148k. He should be okay because we have the Whis active. I don't know if he would still die from a super, because his defense is not the best. But looking at the list of link partners for this Goku, one thing I'm really excited for is when the Heroes Celebration comes around in November, which obviously is a very long time away at this point, the STR Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku should be getting his Easy A. And not only is he going to be busted after he gets his Easy A, but then he shares 5 links with this Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and that Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku is a ridiculously good slot 1 unit because he guards and then he gets damage reduction with the more Heroes allies you have on the team. So obviously that's pre-Easy A, so we don't know how exactly they're going to improve that. But even if we took like this exact team build, but we just put in Xeno Goku, like the Xeno Super Saiyan Goku obviously is a Heroes unit, so that helps towards the damage reduction. So he's just going to be super good in slot 1. Then we put this physical Goku in slot 2, and yeah, all hell's just going to break loose. So then when you factor in having Xeno Super Saiyan Goku in slot 3 providing support, then yeah, that rotation is going to start looking pretty crazy. So I think we'll go ahead and put you in slot 1 here, because you can get, although I do kind of want you to get your 18 key super, because you are pretty built up at this point. So let's do this. Do this. And we don't really need to, but we'll pop the last item here just to heal up and do this, because I feel like we probably are going to finish him off this turn. But yeah, so Super Saiyan 2 / Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he definitely is good in this event. You can kind of see from the previous turn we got off a couple of the extra super attacks, and the attack stat was a little bit lower because we've gotten to the point where that attack buff from his passive has worn off after the 6 turns, right? So in one of these longer form events, I do feel like you want to wait a little bit to transform him, just so you can really get that extra firepower that you need right at the end, because of course the enemies are tougher in the last stages. Crazy, I know, right? But that's where you really need that extra power. So I think this Goku is really, really good. You should definitely, I think, wait to transform him. We maybe transformed him like a turn or 2 early in this run, but obviously he is very capable of taking on this event. Super Battle Road is going to be the interesting one, because in Super Battle Road you obviously are going to be Super Saiyan 2 on turn 1, and then in Super Battle Road it's very, very common that you can be on 77% or less HP on turn 3. So then you transform him straight away, and then he can just go off and pretty much finish the stage for you. So yeah, we'll have to see how that goes. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. That is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.